And I induced lactation one time to help my sister. And again, some of these homeless women, if they're needing to eat or they haven't eaten, I'll breastfeed their child for them if they give me permission to. Or I'll pump a bottle out and give it them, allow me to. I have breast shields that I use that supposed to bring the nipple out, but it still covers my breast.
Today's interview for the Mom Talks to Krista show is nothing short of amazing. This woman, Rashida Gregory, started off as a lactation counselor and nurse, and she's been a breastfeeding advocate for the last 15 years. She then became a flight attendant 5 years ago and goes around and helps all kinds of women with their breastfeeding journey and does everything she can, even helping women on the streets, women in homeless shelters. She has quite the amazing story that is unlike anything you've ever heard before. I'm going to let her tell you, so stick around and enjoy this interview. Just to get started, why don't you just tell us a little bit about you, your background, your family, and...
Well, I live in Atlanta. I'm originally from New Jersey. I had my first kid when I was 19. I was in college. And it's been a family tradition in our family to breastfeed. My aunt and my mom, they would breastfeed each other's kids. Some of my cousins are born like right next to each other. I'm the oldest of 18 grands. So they breastfed. I was born early. I was born at 6 months, 3 pounds, 12 ounces. And my mother used her breast milk to help me get better. When I had my son, it was like, oh, this is a family tradition. You don't have a choice. I had no idea about the journey it would take me on. I was in nursing school at the time. I finished nursing school. I started out as a CNA, then went to medical assistant, then went to OPN. And I got into lactation. My mom was a substance abuse counselor, and she had a home for substance abuse women and children. Some of them were homeless. And my mother asked me to come and help with them because a lot of my family's background is with OBGYN. I'm a third generation nurse. So that started from there, me helping them breastfeed. And then in the hospitals, I found out that I was great at what I did. It was awesome to where people was like, I'll take your assignment if you would help me do breastfeeding. We didn't know about pumps. You know, everything was manually done. I first got engorged. My mom and my aunt tied their hair up, got some hot water on the stove, and went to pumping me like a cow. So from then on, I've just been doing it, and I have a natural talent for it, I guess. And then I joined a group called Reaching Out Sisters Everywhere. It's about lactation counselors. The company is ran by Kamari Souls. Her name is Kim Buggs. It's for everyone, but it's a lot of people, far as in the African American community, where they don't have a lot of help, you know, or they can't afford a lactation consultant or somebody to come to their homes. So these women are trained, and they can do programs at people's houses. Some people do get up enough money to where they become IBCLC certified. It's just been my pleasure to get in with it. And I think every woman in the world should breastfeed. Even if they can't, just pump the milk. I've seen so much things in the hospital where babies go home 2 days and they've tried 3 to 4 different milks. I've never heard, I just wonder how a baby gets reflux. I have no idea. Like, just give them the milk. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I do hear a lot of times, like, people don't feel like they have that help to get them to breastfeed, or there's a lot of pressure where if their milk's not coming in right away, oh, here's formula, and they just give them formula right away.
That's what happens. It does. A lot of hospitals do push that. If the baby drops below a certain weight, oh, you're going to have to give them formula. Then the mothers get all upset. I tell my moms all the time, stop reading the books. Get out the books, because your body is not a book. So they get all this, oh, I've got to feed the baby now. It's go with your body, relax. And I tell my moms that all the time, just relax. This is a natural thing. Your baby knows what to do. Your body knows what to do. Stop reading the books. Just leave the books alone, because they psych people out. And then people get upset. They cry, oh my God, I can't produce milk. Your body produces milk. It knows to produce milk. You just have to relax. You stress yourself out.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone whose husband's a missionary and like a teacher, and he goes to different countries, and he said they have a lot of times they have no problem because they don't have all these added stressors. It's just like, that's what you do. You breastfeed.
You breastfeed. That's it. It's your body is going to make the milk. Just do it. I think that more lactation consultants should share that in the hospital. Like, you know, it's like, oh, feed the baby every hour. It's like, if the baby doesn't wake up, then feed the baby. But your milk will come in, just go with the flow. Just go with your body. Your body will tell you what to do. Instead of make sure you wake the baby up. The baby has to be woke. It's like, just, it should be a different lingo to say that, because that psychs these moms out.
Tell me a little bit more about your mission when it comes to, and you said you go to like homeless shelters, you help women on the street sometimes, help them with their breastfeeding journey. So just tell me all about how you got involved in that and what you do.
Because my mom had the substance abuse housing, and a lot of those women were homeless, it started from there. A lot of these people would get back into drugs and they'll be out on the street and they'll still have their babies. I don't judge, you know, if I don't see the women in a very, like if the baby is clean, you know, it's clean to the point. I don't, you know, like I need to call somebody. Of course, I'll try to see if they have homes available. Some homes that I've gone to that the women have transitioned to, I will go there and then wind up helping someone else that's there. And at first I was paying for stuff out of my pocket. It started with just a few pumps off of Amazon, and just to pump the milk or have something. I really couldn't afford the big pumps. It was, you know, I couldn't afford that. So that's just where it started. We go into different homes. Sometimes I will go downtown and see women out on the street. I'll ask them, are they breastfeeding? If they have a baby, I'll try to see if there's a mission area somewhere where they can go stay at, call 211 for them. It was just something I wanted to do. I know that the women are homeless already and they're trying, give out water, snacks. If I have them, I would be buying nipple cream, Lancino, whatever nipple cream I could get from Walmart. If people were able to donate some to me, I would take it down there to them. Or, you know, sometimes I would have extra tubing and I'll just let them use the pump there. I did have one pump that was a hospital grade pump that I had at home, and I would bring these women to my home and let them use a pump and change out the tubing and just give it to them and say, you know, if I see you down there again, I'll bring you to my house and let you pump if you can. It just went from there. It started as me helping.
It's one of those things where it's like when you can help someone, but people think of, you know, giving food, but it's like if they have a baby, like there's only so much support, especially if they're homeless or on the street. So I think that's so incredible that you do that and you offer your time up and resources to be able to help all these women. So
you guys donated so much to me, and I'm very grateful. Actually, one of my instructors from Flight Attendant, she recently had a baby. She's not homeless, but you know, she came back and she had a baby, and we were talking about it, and she was saying that, you know, it was the greatest thing that she could ever do for her baby, you know. But she did talk about how expensive, you know, supplements are and how she's really not making money. And I was able to give some of those supplements that you guys gave me to her.
awesome.
And she was very grateful. She cried. I was like, you don't have to cry. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. And I induced lactation one time to help my sister. And again, some of these homeless women, if they're needing to eat or they haven't eaten, I'll breastfeed their child for them if they give me permission to. Or I'll pump a bottle out and give it them, allow me to. I have breast shields that I use that supposed to bring the nipple out, but it still covers my breast. You know, and I saw Salma Hayek do that when she went to she was in another country and she just started breastfeeding a baby. It's all of it's wonderful that we could share that with somebody.
Yeah, I think that's amazing and, you know, very selfless of you to do. And so you brought up inducing your lactation to help your sister. So can you tell us about that story?
Well, she was adopting a baby and she didn't have any milk, and the adoption didn't go through. But then she got another baby and her milk, she just couldn't bring it in quick enough. I nursed 2 bio children for four years, and I was already trying to help out a same-sex couple who were men and they wanted breast milk. And my milk came in like boom. So I was able to help her and breastfeed the baby for her while her milk was coming in. She did get a full supply, or I would give her my milk and she would do it through the SNS or something like that. But it was a journey that her and I were able to bond over, and it was great.
All right, and that concludes part 1 of my interview with Rashida. If you want more from Rashida, join us next week for part 2, where she's going to talk more breastfeeding tips and other ways that she's helping moms everywhere. So check it out, and I hope to see you then. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Mom Talks with Krista. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It should be down here somewhere. We release new episodes every single Wednesday, and if you're not following us yet, be sure to follow us at Mommy Knows Best on Instagram. And remember, if you're watching this and doubting yourself, you are a great mom. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week.